Listen to this now. You're about to discover a secret that will completely change how women see you. You know that guy who walks into a room and all heads turn? He's not the best looking. He's not the richest. He has something different. Something you also have, but it's buried. Like a rough diamond hidden deep inside a dark cave. Pay attention because this is ultra rare. You've been programmed to believe a lie. You were told that being nice, understanding, and always available would make you irresistible. That showing vulnerability and sensitivity would be the way. That women want a man who cries watching romantic movies. Wrong. Completely wrong. Do you know what happens when you follow that script? You become the best friend, the confidant, the shoulder to cry on, while she dates the guy who barely responds to her texts, while she falls for the man who keeps a mystery, while she desires the one who isn't always available. Does it hurt? To admit that, I know it hurts, because you invested time being what you were told to be. You suppressed your deepest nature. You killed the wolf to become the puppy. And now you wonder why no one respects you as an alpha. I'm going to tell you a truth that almost no one realizes. There's a side of you that you've hidden. A side your mother told you to repress. That society told you to bury. That school taught you to deny. It's your shadow. It's not evil. It's not violence. It's raw power. It's unfiltered authenticity. It's masculine energy in its purest form. Women miss this. They won't tell you, never, because even they don't consciously understand it. But their bodies respond. Their instincts recognize it. Their biology craves this energy you are hiding. Think with me. Why do you think books like 50 Shades of Grey sold millions? Why do women fantasize about vampires and werewolves? Why does the bad boy always win over the nice guy? It's not a coincidence. It's evolutionary programming. It's the unspoken desire for the masculine shadow. Can you feel it? Studies show that women are biologically attracted to men who demonstrate traits of controlled dominance. I'm not talking about being a jerk. I'm talking about having a backbone, about not apologizing for existing, about taking up your space in the world without permission. I spent years deciphering this code, analyzing patterns, testing theories, observing what truly works versus what they say works. And I discovered something fascinating. There's an invisible dance happening, nonverbal communication that determines attraction or repulsion in a matter of seconds. Are you ready to learn? I'm going to give you now the 5 signs of the masculine shadow that activate unspoken desire. Each of them is a key that unlocks a different door in the female psyche. Use with responsibility, because when you master this, the game changes completely. First sign, the predator's gaze. Have you ever noticed how most men look away when a beautiful woman walks by? As if they're afraid, as if they're unworthy, as if they need permission to admire. This instantly communicates weakness. The man with an integrated shadow looks differently. He observes without haste, without desperation, like a lion observing the savannah. It's not staring in a creepy way. It's maintaining eye contact for 2 seconds longer than normal. It's not looking away when she looks back. It's communicating through your eyes that you're not afraid, that you are capable of holding the tension, that you won't break first. Remember that time you quickly looked away? She registered. That, her internal radar catalogued you as prey, not as a predator. And prey doesn't activate desire. Prey activates maternal protection. Do you want to be protected or desired? Does that make sense now? Second sign, strategic silence. Most men talk too much. Nervousness, anxiety, a need to impress. You spill information like an open book. Tell your whole life story on the first date. Respond to messages in seconds. Explain every thought and feeling. Where's the mystery in that? The shadowy man understands the power of the unsaid. He leaves empty spaces, creates gaps that she needs to fill with imagination. When she asks about your past, you don't give everything away. You give pieces, crumbs. Enough to intrigue, insufficient to satisfy. I once had a woman tell me something revealing. She was obsessed with a guy. I asked what was special about him. Do you know what she answered? I never know what he's thinking. It drives me crazy. I want to get inside his mind, but he won't let me. Do you perceive the power of that? Silence creates tension. Tension creates desire. Desire creates obsession. It's a chain reaction that begins when you stop filling all the voids, when you allow the discomfort of silence to do the work for you. Can you feel the difference? Third sign, calculated refusal. You say yes to everything. She wants to go out? Yes. She wants to cancel? Yes. She wants to reschedule? Yes. She wants you to change your plans? Yes, you've become predictable, available, guaranteed, and what's guaranteed loses value. The masculine shadow knows the power of no, not as a tantrum, not as a game, but as a demonstration that you have a life, priorities, boundaries. When she assumes you'll always be there, you occasionally aren't. When she expects you to agree, you disagree. When she tests your limits, you hold them firm. This isn't about being difficult just for the sake of it. It's showing that your time has value, that your presence is a privilege, that being with you is a choice, not an obligation, and conscious choices always weigh more than automatic availability. Once I had an important commitment. She wanted me to cancel to see her. I said no. Simple as that. No drama, no elaborate explanations. Just no. Do you know what happened? She respected me more, desired me more, because I showed that my life didn't revolve around her. Are you willing to say no? Fourth sign, the dominant touch. Most men touch like they're asking permission. Shy touches, hesitant, insecure, as if they're doing something wrong, as if they need written authorization for every physical contact. This instantly kills. Sexual polarity. The man with an integrated shadow touches with purpose. When he places his hand on her back to guide her, it's firm. When he pulls her by the waist, it's decisive. When he touches her face, it's with intention. Every touch communicates, I know what I'm doing and I want you here. I'm not talking about being invasive. I'm talking about eliminating hesitation, about touching like someone who has the right to be there. Because when you act like you belong, she feels like you belong. It's pure emotional contagion. Remember the last time you kept thinking, can I touch her? Is it too soon? Will she like it? All that hesitation is perceived. Subconsciously, she registers insecurity. And insecurity doesn't activate the primitive circuits of desire. Feel how this changes everything. Fifth sign, calm in chaos. When something goes wrong, do you panic? When she gets emotional, do you become destabilized? When problems arise, do you lose control? Most men do. They mirror external chaos internally. The masculine shadow is the eye of the hurricane. The more turbulence around him, the calmer he becomes. When she's nervous, he's the rock. When the world is falling apart, he holds his center. This activates something deep in the feminine, the feeling of primal security, of protection, that with this man she can survive any storm. This isn't suppressing emotions, it's mastering them. It's feeling anger without being controlled by it. It's experiencing fear without letting it command. It's being the captain of your own emotional ship, no matter the size of the waves. There was a time we were at a restaurant and my card was declined. A classic male panic moment, but I simply laughed. I calmly took out another card, made a joke about the bank. I turned potential humiliation into a display of control. She never forgot that. Can you see the pattern? Now you must be thinking, but won't this turn me into a jerk? Won't it make me toxic? That's the objection that always comes up. And it's understandable, because there's a fine line between integrated shadow and uncontrolled darkness. Let me explain the difference. The jerk uses force to compensate for weakness. The shadowy man uses force because he is strong. The toxic person needs to diminish others to feel big. The integrated man is big and lifts others up with him. The manipulator plays games out of insecurity. The complete man is direct because he has security. You're not becoming bad. You're becoming whole. You're accessing the part of you that was suppressed, the part that your female ancestors sought to ensure the survival and protection of their offspring, the part that activates the oldest circuits of attraction. Consider the following scenario. You're at a party, loud music, people everywhere, the smell of perfume mixed with alcohol. There are two men in the same room. One is in the center, talking loudly, trying to impress, boasting, seeking validation. The other is in a corner, observing. A subtle smile, relaxed but present posture, talking to few people but with depth. Which of them has real power? The second one doesn't need to prove anything. He already knows who he is. And that certainty radiates. Women feel it like an invisible magnet. They are attracted without understanding exactly why. It's their internal radar detecting a man who has embraced his wholeness. Wake up, man. You're playing the wrong game. While you try to be what they say they want, another man is being what they truly respond to. While you ask for permission, another takes initiative. While you apologize for existing, another takes up his space without ceremony. It's not fair. Life isn't fair. Nature doesn't care about fairness. It cares about what works. And what works is polarity. It's the dance between the masculine and the feminine. It's the tension between complementary opposites. When you suppress your masculine pole, you kill the spark. You become neutral. And neutral doesn't generate electricity. I'm going to give you a framework now. Something practical you can apply. It's what I call the Awakened Shadow Protocol. There are 3 phases you need to master in sequence. Don't skip steps. Each one builds on the previous. Phase 1. Recognition. You first need to identify where you are suppressing your shadow. In what situations do you act like a lamb when you should be a wolf? Where do you ask when you should take? Where do you hesitate when you should act? Make a list. Be brutally honest. Without this awareness, there is no change. Phase 2. Integration. Start small. Choose 1 situation per week to practice. Maintain eye contact 2 seconds longer. Take 3 hours to respond to that message. Say no to a request, touch with more firmness. Small actions that will recalibrate your internal thermostat. Phase 3. Calibration. Observe the reactions. Adjust the intensity. Too little and you remain invisible. Too strong and you become a caricature. It's like seasoning food. You'll find the sweet spot through experience. Each woman has a different threshold. Learn to read the signs and adjust. Always remember this. The masculine shadow isn't about being bad. It's about being complete. It's about accessing your full potential. It's about stopping apologizing for your nature. It's about honoring the predator and the protector that exist within you. Women are hungry for this. They are tired of half men, of boys in adult bodies, of people who can't lead them emotionally. They want to feel the presence of a man who knows his own darkness and isn't afraid of it. But they will never tell you this directly, because admitting it would be politically incorrect. It would go against the modern narrative. It would be confessing that biology still matters, that instincts still rule, that millions of years of evolution haven't been erased by a few decades of social revolution. You need to understand this dual game. What they say publicly and what they feel privately are different things. What they post on social media and what they desire in bed are distinct universes. Conscious discourse and bodily response operate on separate frequencies. Your job isn't to judge this, it's to understand and navigate. Few men apply this knowledge. Most prefer to remain in the illusion. It's more comfortable to believe that being nice is enough, that following the rules will guarantee success, that doing everything right will generate the promised results. But you're not the majority, are you? If you've come this far, it's because you feel something is wrong, that the game is rigged, that the cards are stacked. And you're right, they are. But complaining changes nothing. Understanding the real rules and playing better, that changes things. Pay attention now to what I'm going to say. All this shadowy energy already exists within you. It's not something you need to create, it's something you need to release, like water held back by a dam. When you remove the blockages, it flows naturally. The blockages are your fears. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of being seen as bad, fear of losing approval, fear of being alone. All these fears keep you trapped in the domesticated version of yourself. But think about it. What do you have to lose? The friend zone where you already are? The lack of respect you already feel? The absence of desire you already experience? You are protecting a territory not worth defending. You are guarding a treasure that has no value. It's time to take a risk, to experiment, to test the limits. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, choose an interaction, apply one of the 5 signs, observe the result. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be different from what you've been doing. Transformation doesn't happen all at once. It's a process, layer by layer, like sculpting a statue from rough marble. Each strike of the chisel removes a piece of what isn't you, until it reveals the masterpiece that was always there. Remember the rough diamond from the beginning. You are that diamond. The pressure of life, the experiences, the pains, all of it was preparing you, strengthening you, polishing you. But you need to stop hiding. Stop covering yourself in mud. Stop pretending to be coal when you're a diamond. Women recognize diamonds, even covered in dirt, even unpolished. They have a sixth sense for real value versus superficial appearance. They sense when a man has depth, when he has layers, when he has a mystery to be explored. Be that mystery. Not the fabricated mystery of the pickup artist, not the forced mystery of the bad boy wannabe. The authentic mystery of a man who knows his demons and has made peace with them, who has embraced his shadow and transformed it into strength. This is primordial attraction. It's what awakens unspoken desire. It's what activates the ancient circuits. It's what makes a woman think about you when she should be sleeping, wonder what you're doing when you don't respond. Imagine scenarios where you completely dominate her. Do you want that power? Then stop running from who you are. Stop suppressing your nature. Stop asking permission to exist fully. The world needs complete men. Women crave complete men. You were born to be complete. Society tried to psychologically castrate you. They told you that masculinity is toxic. That strength is oppression. That leadership is domination. Lies, all lies to create weak and controllable men. Men who don't threaten the status quo, who don't question, who obey. Wake up. Time is passing. Every day you live half-heartedly is a lost day. Every interaction where you suppress your truth is a wasted opportunity. Every time you choose to be safe instead of being real, you die a little inside. Women feel that death. They see it in your eyes. The resignation, the defeat, the complete domestication, and that activates nothing but pity, maybe affection, maybe friendship, but never the fire. Never the obsession, never the consuming desire. You deserve to be desired in that way, but you need to become desirable at that level. And that only happens when you access your wholeness, when you integrate light and shadow. When you become the complete man you always had the potential to be. I'm not saying it's easy. It's uncomfortable. It's scary. It's going against everything you were taught. But on the other side of that discomfort is freedom, is authenticity, is self-respect and the respect of others, is the magnetic attraction you always wanted. Do this for yourself first, not for women, not for validation, not to prove anything to anyone. Do it because you deserve to live fully, because you deserve to express your whole nature, because you deserve to be respected as a complete man. The rest comes as a consequence. When you become whole, you attract whole people. When you embrace your shadow, you attract those who appreciate depth. When you stop apologizing, you attract those who value authenticity. It's a complete paradigm shift, from boy to man, from prey to predator, from lamb to wolf, from coal to diamond. The journey is yours. The choice is yours. The moment is now. Before you go, let me ask you one thing. How many years have you already lost being what you're not? How many opportunities have you let pass out of fear? How many women chose someone else because you didn't show your true strength? You don't need to answer. You just need to decide that enough is enough. Like this video now if it touched something deep. Subscribe to the channel before you forget. Share it with that friend who needs to hear this. Comment which of the 5 signs you'll apply first. Do it now, while the energy is high, while the truth still burns. Remember, you are the rough diamond. Always have been. It's time to shine, with full intensity, to show all your facets, to reveal the brilliance that was hidden. Women are waiting. Don't make them wait any longer.